We are getting ready for our trip to Texas, and you can see all the stuff laid out, ready to go. We are getting ready, and there's little Macy girl. Welcome to Less Hustle, More Coffee. I'm a blogger from the Nashville, Tennessee area, and I share tales on hubby George and our two fur babies, Roger and Macy, and I can't forget Little Bit, that little troublemaker. So we are getting packed and ready for our trip to Texas, but there's a lot to do before we can go. We have told Macy and Roger that they get to go, and they're excited. What is it, baby chick?
Dinner. It's ground beef shawarma rice, sort of like Greek food.
Well, it sure smells good. Making some noise over there.
It's called the natural relief. I do that a lot.
Nice.
Yes, it is. Excuse me, I have to flip it. Woohoo!
All right.
It's all fluffed.
All right. Let's eat. And then we add feta on top of that.
I am. I'm going to put lemon juice and feta on mine. Cilantro.
Okay. All right. So I'll just go ahead and add a little on there. Put a little bit of cilantro on there.
And squirt of lemon.
Yeah.
It doesn't call for lemon. I think the little squirt of acid will do it well.
All right. And what movie are we going to watch?
We're going to watch Somebody Feeds Phil, so you'll stay awake.
Let's only hope. Fun. It's grooming day. I've had my bath. Yeah. And now it's time for me to give George a haircut. So here we go. All right. This is the right razor.
You can mow it.
All right, here you go.
Nope. Harder.
It's actually kind of fun.
That'll be rougher. You're just mowing it down.
Oh, it really needs it.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of fun, actually.
There you go.
All right, let's do that again. Whoop. 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 You like the sound effect? Whoop. The neighbors are probably going, what the hell kind of bird is that?
Whoop.
They're like, what is going on at the Cox household today?
COVID cuts.
Getting ready for Texas. Don't want to scare anybody at the gender reveal. Okay, we're through. What do you think?
Why pay more? Look down here. Kind of looks like we killed a squirrel.
Yeah. Maybe we did kill a squirrel.
All right, COVID cuts.
Yeah.
$9.99.
All right. Pay up.
I'm paying in tequila. Our dishwasher broke, so I'm gonna wash some dishes. Let's have some fun. is this thing hanging in George's car? I'm in this RAV4 that I had to drive to work today because the car didn't start. But what is this thing hanging in the window? I mean, it looks like a corn casserole stuck in a diaper. It's a mask. It's the state of Texas. It's the state of there we go. There we go. It's the state of Texas in a mask. That looks like a bra. That looks like a diaper holding a corn-infected, a corn-infested state of Texas. We are getting all packed up to go to Texas. I had to work a little bit today. George was off, but he's got everything ready to go. All packed and ready to go. Got the dog beds ready. They like to be able to see out the windows when we're traveling. So hopefully we got everything, because we're about to hit the trail west. Alright, somewhere between Jackson, Tennessee and Memphis, Tennessee. And we just stopped at this really nice rest area. Had been kind of worried if we were going to find any places to stop and go to the restroom. And these were really nice. And here comes George. We're going to have a sandwich. We've got a Subway packed in the cooler. And we're going to head on into Arkansas to the hotel room. And here comes Daddy with dinner.
Comes Daddy goes.
Here comes Daddy with dinner.
Daddy drove.
How was it?
Daddy drove around the block to see if there was a liquor store close by. I was going to go in and get like a pre-mixed margarita, but I didn't see one. Although there's plenty of places to grab breakfast in the morning.
Oh, that's fine. We'll be fun with our little beer. We don't have to have a margarita with our Mexican dinner. I'm glad you made it before the storm because it looked pretty wicked. All right, time to eat. Well, we had a great night last night at the hotel. It is kind of hard to remember to wear your mask like in the mornings when you're taking the dog out. We're managing. You know, you go out to get ice or something and you just forget. But we did Lysol the room and take care of wiping everything down. George is packing up the car and we're gonna head on for the next part of our trip. But this has been a great hotel room. Kind of trashed now because we've been we had a good night's sleep until Macy woke us up. My alarm went off at 4:30 or something like that. I had a note in my to-do list to unset the alarm, but when you're on vacation, sometimes you forget to look at your to-do list. Oh well, I have somebody that's looking at me, and I'll let you look at her. Macy, Are you ready to go to Texas today? You are. Okay. We're waiting for Daddy to load the car. Yes, Roger doesn't like to be left out. Miss Macy. I decided that it would be easier if he loaded the car and then came back and got us, because I wasn't sure if we could have 2 dogs and all the luggage carts, and it's kind of challenging to get the dog in the elevator like before it starts closing on the leashes. It just makes me nervous. I get nervous about a lot of things. We are waiting on him to get back, and we're gonna head on for the rest of our trip. And it's kind of funny that she really likes to have a place to hide. She has found her little place underneath the desk table. Time to go. Next leg. Here we go. Wonder what it is.
Little gecko or something like that.
Wow.
There we go.
I was just trying to think of what that word was.
Come on.
I wanted to share a few tips with you guys about traveling with your pets. But before I do that, I do want to say that whenever I'm videoing, George is mowing. I video, he mows. That's how we roll. And those two things will always be married together, videoing and mowing. Welcome to my world. Wanted to pop in and share about 5 tips with you on traveling with your pets. These are things that we've learned the hard way, some of them, and this video is not sponsored by any company. I wish it was, but it's not. Number 1, we use a company called bringfido.com, and they also have an app, and we book our hotel through that. They also have restaurants that are dog friendly in the city that you search, and so that has made taking the dogs with us very easy. There are other services out there. I'm not aware of all the different ones, but that is the one that we use, and we've been very happy with it. We've had very good luck, no problems. Number 2, when you stop for gas and it's hot and you roll all the windows down, don't forget to roll them back up when you move away from the gas pumps. We almost lost a dog that way. We had the front ones up, the back ones were not, and so it's really easy to drive off with those down. That would not have made for a very good vacation. Number 3, always have water available in the car while you're rolling. I have found this on Amazon. It's through a company called Liso TC. It may be called Liso Tech. I couldn't find any pronunciation of it. This cup will fold down, it will fold up when you're ready to use it. It has a button on the inside that you twist to the on position or the off position. It doesn't leak water. It has been perfect for us. The way that this works, when you flip up the cup and you turn it in the on position and then you squeeze, the water comes up into the bowl, and then when you let the air out, the water starts to go back in, and then you can put it in the off position once the water's back in there and flip it over. So this has been great. Number 4, have snacks available for the dogs that will get you a little further down the road, but be sure to keep them away from the pets. And also, when you have your snacks available, keep those away too. I recall on this last trip, looking back, and Roger, one of our little doggies, he had the Pringles can very proudly in his mouth, holding it with his teeth. He couldn't hold on to it though, and tried to go after it, and he ended up kind of landing in a hole between the luggage and the back door, and we had to make an emergency pullover to get him out. Number 5, plan on making stops sooner rather than later. That's some lessons that we have learned. Now, every dog is different, just like every human is different. If they start
panting, a lot of times it's going to be they either need to go, they're not cool enough, or it might be that they need water, or it might be they're hungry. And you can try to keep all of those things in control in the car with your water and your snacks and the temperature. But when the pacing starts, it means usually that they're getting really uncomfortable. And we had a dog to get sick in the car, and had we just stopped an exit earlier, we could have prevented all that. Number one, you can use a service such as bringfido.com to make your trip planning easier and to find all those pet-friendly restaurants that are out there, and that helps so much. And number two, if you stop and get gas, please don't forget to roll the windows back up. Number three, have water available in the car for your pet. Number four, have snacks available for the dog, but don't have them where they can get to them. And then number five, plan on making those stops sooner rather than later when all the panting and the pacing starts.
Once we made it to Dallas, George made a few stops. I stayed in the car with the dogs. It was 100 degrees out and I kept the AC going. We got a call from Katie, our daughter, that we had reservations in just a couple of hours, and we had just a couple of hours to get there. We made it to the ranch, and we made it to our dinner reservations on time. We were so happy to see our daughter and our son-in-law again, and we're excited to do the gender reveal. And that'll be on the next episode, I promise.
Senior moments. Alright. Got my water.
At least it's not vodka.
Whee! Oh, is there something on my hair? Oh, never mind. Oh, anyway. Start all over. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to watch more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel.